Hi guys, this is Patricia from Yarny Cat Crochet, and this is a Happy Mail yarn haul unboxing and the new Crochet Nation newspaper and murder mystery books. I'm no longer calling it Murder Mystery Monday because it just doesn't happen on Monday. I planned on doing it on Monday and it just didn't happen. So we're going to start with the books. We're going to go to the yarn, and then we're going to finish with the newspaper so you can just fast forward to where you want to be. I'm going to do the books really quick, though. So, you know the two books that I had on Kage, baby, you're not alone. He, I don't know, he gets off in the other room and he forgets sometimes. Yes, I'm right here. Yes, poor thing. Mama loves you. So anyway, so the Murder at the Irish Chipper, if you look at the other book things I've done this year so far, that book, I got halfway through it and the story was pretty good. Started out really good. I was very excited about it, but it started to get too inappropriate. We'll just put it at that. I don't wish to talk about it. And so I just decided it's not worth it to finish that book. It just wastes my time. I have very limited time. And you would think I would have more, but I only have so much energy in a day with my rheumatoid arthritis. And so I have to pick the things that I choose to do. And it just wasn't worth my time. So far in January, I only read one book, and that was The Poison Pen. And like I said, you can go to previous video and learn all about that one. The Poison Pen was a really good book. But I got this series of books. It started out with Say You're Sorry. And it's by Melinda Lay. I hope I'm saying it right. Leigh. And it's about this mother who has 3 girls, and her husband died in Iraq, and she was a prosecuting attorney, and she was going to continue doing that after a couple of years of mourning her husband, but then she there was somebody that needed her help, and she gave up being a prosecuting attorney to start being a private investigator and defending the people that really needed her help, which I loved because I love John Grisham books. I love murder mysteries. It just all really, and the writing is so good. So I started with this one and I finished it. I got these Saturday, and it is Wednesday. I finished it, and then I started this one, Her Last Goodbye, which almost immediately follows the storyline from from this one. So You're Sorry. So so good, and I finished it. 2 books since Saturday. I'm excited because I only read 1 book in January, and I'm trying to read more books this year. It's one of the things I want to do because I really enjoy reading, and I just, for whatever reason, just hadn't been doing it very much. So, but anyway, then I got the 3rd book in the series, and I didn't. I didn't finish it. I haven't even started it yet. Come on, I got these books on Saturday. I was able to read 2 of them. And, and they're big print, by the way. The print is big. So, that is, but they're still novels. And novels, sorry, you guys. Novels have a lot of pages. But it's big print, so that I don't have to squint. Oh, and by the way, this month is, February's is National Library Lovers Month. And they gave everybody these bookmarks for the books, which are so handy. And I think it has the library's hours on the back of it. Yeah, each library in our area, it has their hours and everything. So, but anyway, I thought it was cool that they were giving away these bookmarks. So I've been using them. And I got those 3 books. Now there's a lot more. Oh, this one's Bones Don't Lie. Oh, sorry. And I believe they started in 2019. I'm not sure. I'll have to read the inside cover again. But she's got like, there's at least 3 more. That makes 6. And I know that there's more than that. And then there's this book by Kat Martin. It's called Haunted. I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's a mystery. I just didn't read. I just like the cover. But see, the ladies, they put these books across. I'm in here, Bubba. The ladies put these books across the counter, and then they get points for how many of their suggestions that people, rent their suggestions from the counter. It's a fun thing that they do for the librarians. So I always try to pick one to help out, and there's always a good mystery up there. So I got that. And these are romance mysteries, but it's at a level of decency that I can deal with. They're more murder mystery than romance, which I love. And she's a mother, and I have experience being a mom, so it kind of speaks to me. But so that was one of the things. And then I got, I used to read my son this book called Skippy John Jones. And he asked me the other day, he goes, "Do you remember the book Skippy John Jones?" And I was like, I remember books like Winnie the Pooh, but I was like, no. So I looked it up, and it's this book by this lady, and I can't pronounce her name, but y'all can see it and look it up for yourself. But, and when I saw the picture, then I remembered. And it's just the cutest book. It's about this little Siamese cat called Skippy John Jones. And he's a Siamese cat that thinks he's a Chihuahua. And he has these imagination adventures. And he thinks he's Skipito Bandito, I think. Let me look it up here. I just want to tell you really quick. And he rhymes. "My name is Skipito Fresquito," he says. "I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I am sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." And he, there's like Spanish words in it, and it's just really cute, and it rhymes in places, and it was just a really fun story to read to my son. This came out when he was 8 years old. So anyway, of course, I went on World of Books, and I bought it because it's been a long time since we had those books. They probably went to the Goodwill or someplace. And but now I'm in the mode where I am collecting them for my grandchildren and my son in case, he wanted to read it again. But you just have fond memories of reading your kids' stories. And so I thought, well, I passed on my Winnie the Pooh. He might want to pass on the books that I read to him when he was a kid. And so I've been collecting them as I remember. There was also this one really good dog book. He would remember the name, but the dog lived on a farm, and they were so good. And I can't remember the name of those books to save my soul right now. But anyway, eventually I'll collect maybe not all of the books, but a lot of the books. I got a lot of The Cat in the Hat and stuff like that. Winnie the Pooh. And but anyway, so February is what I said on that thing, library book reading month. So but anyway, my goal is to read more books this year, and I've read 3 so far. I'm going to write that down. I hope I don't forget. And then just keep track. But I would like to, I was hoping to read at least 4 a month, and I totally could. But January just kind of got away from me. It was so fun. It was my birthday month. And I know a lot of things happened in January that were just so depressing. But then a lot of good things happened to me too. So I'm counting it as a win. I mean, because the last 2 years really just beat me. They beat me bad, and I have a lot of faith, and I made it through, and this year just seems to be better, and I hope it gets better and better and better. But anyway, so the yarn, yay, it's yarn time. 10 minutes and 5 seconds if you want to tell anybody in the chat where to skip to. So, I got this from Megan Nicole. She dyes yarn. It doesn't even say her. I think it's just Threads by Megan Nicole. Yeah, that's what it is. Threads by Megan Nicole. You can look it up. It's here, I'll put my hand over it. But that's the, oh, it's kind of tore a little bit, but it's Threads by Megan Nicole. It's hand-dyed yarn. I'll try to put the link in the description if I can remember, because I would like to get this up by tomorrow. I'm trying to find the opening. I have not opened it. I do know what's in it, but I haven't seen it with my eyes yet, because I want to get that first, you know, initial reaction. Oh no, I'm going to have trouble. Oh, here's some scissors. I don't want to cut the yarn. But I ordered this quite a while ago. It was supposed to arrive by Valentine's Day, because it was my part of my Valentine's present from my honey and my husband. And he got it for me. And we have some shipping issues. I don't know why, because they're from Michigan, and I live in the bottom of Indiana, and but for some reason it goes to Indianapolis, which is a hub, and then it goes to Louisville, which passes me up. And it's like I said, it's 20 minutes to Louisville. It's that yarn passed me up and went to Louisville, and then because Louisville is having some issues with its USPS there, that it just got held up for a while, so I got it late. But it wasn't Megan Nicole's fault. It was the USPS. So, anyway, it's really nice and wrapped. And it says, Threads by Megan Nicole, hand-dyed yarn, www.threadsbymegannicole.com. Also on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook. Here, you guys. Take note of that. And you can go over to that website if you want to buy some yarn. I don't know if she'll have this yarn or have any left, because it was Valentine's yarn. But isn't it cute? Look at, there's a little card here. I want to give it, you know, the attention that it should. It says, "Thanks so much for your order, Patricia. I hope your Blood Moon project turns out wonderful. All the best, Megan." And it's handwritten. It's ink. It's not printed. Well, she cursively wrote it, but it's, you know, it's ink. It's not like photocopied or anything. And that is special. Well, I mean, she specially makes yarn, and then handwrites you a note and wraps it so pretty. And this, you can't tell, but it's like a lavender colored, or at least it looks lavender in this light to me. But this is called Blood Moon. And I am so very excited. I'm going to keep that business card and put it in my wallet, as I will be buying again. Definitely. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh. Well done it. I'm trying to find the way in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's coming out of the plastic. I don't normally do that because I'd like to keep it in the plastic so I use it. But I want you guys to really see this, how just gorgeous it is. What a good job that she's done. It looks like I'm going to have to cut the plastic open. And I just sit down those scissors. What did I do with them? Oh, there they are. Okay. I tell you what. Anyway, I'm going to pull a hank out so you can see. Oh, it feels so soft. Can you guys see it? Oh my goodness, it's perfect. Oh, it is so soft. It is perfect for Valentine's. So gorgeous. It says Threads by hand-dyed yarn by Megan Nicole. It says colorway Blood Moon. weight DK Superwash merino, 246 yards, 100% superwash merino wool. And I think that is all. You know, DK is a 3 weight. And I know that I can make something really gorgeous out of this. I have 2. I ordered 2 of them. I pre-ordered them. And they're the most gorgeous things I've ever saw. I can't wait to get them hanged up so I could start making something. I don't know what I'm going to make. I was originally thinking of 2 hats, one for my husband and one for my son, because they're the school colors of my son. But I don't know. I think I would need a 3rd one if I was going to make a shawl. So I might just stick with the knitted hats. But oh my goodness, it's so soft. Yeah, I know. It was my Valentine's present. I should make something for me, right? And I could probably make a beautiful cowl or something. I mean, and a hat maybe. But I like the thought of making something for my husband and my son. And oh, just working with it's going to be a gift for me. You can see my eyes is like I'm on drugs. It's so nice. So, so soft, you guys. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't know how else to describe it. So gorgeous. So anyway, thank you, honey. I'll show him the video tomorrow. He's already in bed. But he bought me this and some sugar-free chocolates and something else. I can't remember, but this is so, so nice. Thank you, Megan Nicole. I know I paid for it, but you did such an awesome job. It feels still like a gift. And it's just, it was so nice to get it wrapped up so, you know, special, and it's hand-dyed yarn, and it's just, I don't very often get special yarn. Well, all yarn is special, but I don't often get like hand-dyed yarn or superwash merino. One year I got some really nice superwash merino from a company that was closing, and I made myself a hat and fingerless gloves out of it. And I totally could do that with this, and I so would. I'm putting it back in the plastic. I thought maybe that'd be better until I get it hanged up and start working with it, because I want to keep, you know, cat fur and dust off of it. And then I'll wrap it in the back in the paper. Oh, I'm a mess. Okay. Now it's safe again. Okay, we'll put it over here out of the way. Okay. Now, last but not least in this video, it's already 18 minutes and 10 seconds if you want to tell anybody if they were waiting for the Crochet Nation paper. Woo! It's first episode. I am so excited. When I saw that this... Go lay down, baby. Go lay down. It's not food. It's yarn, I swear. Leave it alone. Okay. Go over there. Go see Dad. Go see Dad. So whenever I heard about this, I was like, I am so excited. I love newspapers. And this is the Crochet Nation newspaper. Look at that pretty. It is, when I opened up the packet, my first sensation was smell. I could smell the newspaper print. And maybe not a lot of you know because you were born later. But newspapers used to be a thing all the time. We'd get a newspaper every week, or some people would get one every day. And it was just really fun to look through to find the comics for kids or sports for people who love sports. And this one's just all about crochet, and it's so exciting. There's crochet patterns in it. This one has a lot of pinky textured tonal things in it. It has 8 must-try patterns. Pages 2 through 9 is home living, cozy blankets, eco-friendly scrubbies, and timeless Irish lace for handmade home. Pages 9 through 11 are wearables, quick stylish patterns for gloves, cowls, and more to upgrade your wardrobe. Page 12 is amigurumi, adorable plushies and playful creations that bring fun to life, and 13 through 20 is a stitch break. So like those comics I was talking to you about, they have inspiration, trivia, crochet horoscopes to spark your creativity and imagination. And that's this insert, which all newspapers had like an insert that had the comics, and it had the crossword and everything. And look, there's the crossword that's on the back. And then it has the horoscope in it. Now, I don't believe in horoscopes, but they're fun to read. So for mine, it says, welcome to this month's crochet horoscope, where your zodiac sign meets your crochet spirit. Whether you're a bold creator, diving into ambitious projects, or a dreamy maker weaving magic into every stitch, this guide is your cosmic nudge toward crochet greatness. Each sign gets tailored project inspiration, lucky yarns, and tips to make your stitches truly stellar. Find out what the stars and hooks have in store for you. And so I'm just going to read mine, which is Aquarius. That's January 20th through February 18th, and I'm January 21st. So it says, go bold with quirky amigurumi or crochet art. Experimentation will lead to unique creations, which is funny because Becca at Merry Maker has this dice project that I'm going to experiment some stitches with to make. She give us all the tips and tricks we need to make the dice, and I'm going to see what I can do with it. So that's kind of cool that it says that. Also, I just made an amigurumi bunny, and it was the first time I ever sewed on pieces to make an amigurumi, so that was really cool. So it was kind of neat that it says, go bold with quirky amigurumi or crochet art. Experimentation will lead to unique creations. So isn't that neat? Then it says, my lucky yarn is neon shades or unconventional textures, which I really love different textures in yarn art, and I love bright colors. Anybody that knows me knows that. And it says, my cosmic tip, add materials like metallic threads or beads for extra flair. But it has everybody's in there. So, you know, there's something for everybody. I read my husband his, which was funny. But anyway, and then there's a quiz. I'm not going to, give too much detail because I want everybody to get their own if they want to. But I can tell you about it. Maybe you'll want to. But there's a Crochet Nation quiz, and it says, what kind of crocheter are you? And you answer all these questions, and it tells you if you're a relaxed crocheter, a detailed-oriented artisan, the speedy crafter, or the bold adventurer. And I got a half and half, which was really weird. So it doesn't say what to do in that instance, but half was relaxed crocheter and half was the bold yarn adventurer, and I think that is definitely me. Then there's a story in here about Stitches of Deception. It's a feature story. It's set in 1851, Victorian London. Stitches of Deception is an 11-part mystery series. Exclusively featured in Crochet Nation. Follow Eleanor Fairchild, a clever maid with a talent for decoding secrets hidden in crochet patterns, as she uncovers a web of danger and deceit. Each month, a new installment will bring readers deeper into Eleanor's journey to uncover the truth behind a shocking death and her own mother's mysterious past, which is like right up my alley because it's like murder mystery and it involves crochet. And there is a part in each magazine, each paper you get. So it keeps you in suspense. And then there's a thing that you can scan with your phone and vote on if you really like this part of the papers. I hope everybody who gets one votes, because I really want it to be a feature in the paper quite often. And then there's a spot the difference in the amigurumi picture. And then there's the Fairchild lace placemat, and it's an antique. I'm not going to show you the pattern because it's like getting a book. I just hold my hand over it, but see, it's a lace placemat. Shows you the middle and how it's all going to look on the edges. And then there's a coupon for 40% off of clearance items at Lion Brand. And then there is To Frog or Not to Frog, The Great Debate. And it tells you about frogging and people's stories about times they've had to frog and how they felt about it. And then there's a Mad Libs. The story is the day I crocheted the impossible, and it's a Mad Libs, and you fill it out like you would a Mad Libs, and then you read the story. And then it's got this really cool crossword on the back. It says crossword puzzle, crochet techniques and tools, deepen your knowledge. Oh, and then they sell these really cool, my cat's going crazy. It's okay, Bubba. They sell these really cool crocheted greeting cards. It has a crochet pattern, and you can crochet the little Kage. He's just going crazy. He probably sees a cat outside. It has these little amigurumis, like an axolotl and a turtle and a dinosaur. And then the cards say something really neat on them about the amigurumi. It's like a birthday card, or a thank you card or whatever. So you buy the little kit, and I can't remember the price. Don't quote me. I think one of them was like $6.99, but I can't remember. But anyway, it's not expensive, and they're just adorable. And imagine somebody getting your little crocheted item along with the really cute saying card. I mean, it's totally worth it. I've seen some of them online already. I went and looked just out of curiosity before I got the newspaper. Okay, so that was the fun insert. And then they have this really cool ombre textured blanket. And let's see. Oh, and there's this really cool story about how people during the war would knit codes into their projects. And, oh, I went too far back. Hold on. The covert craft during World War I, when women in occupied territories took advantage of their seemingly harmless hobby to gather and pass on intelligence. In a world where traditional communication lines were monitored, knitting provided the perfect cover. Who would suspect someone's stitching away at a scarf or secretly observing troop movements or counting supply trains? By World War II, this covert craft had evolved. Resistance networks, especially in Belgium and the Netherlands, employed knitting to encode critical information. Women stationed near railroads or military installations appeared to be simply minding their needles, but their projects carried messages that could turn the tide of battle. These women are just knitting and crocheting, but they're really spying, and it's all in there. I would love to see a piece and have its story and see this drop stitch. This meant that there were troops in this certain area. I mean, it's just, I'm definitely going to look up this. I mean, I'm going to read this part, but then I'm going to look up and read more about it. But it has has a little story behind all the women, and there's even this little thing that says, "Our boys need socks, knit your bit," but it was probably information they were passing. So, I mean, just so cool. And then all throughout it, it's got patterns. Like that's that ombre blanket. And the pink colors tend to be the color for this magazine, the pinks and peaches and stuff all throughout. And then there's this heart Grafgan baby blanket, which I can show you just that part. And it has its graph so that you can look at it. It also has the pattern. There's a yarn maze. There's a bit in here about the legacy of Irish crochet lace, and this is Queen Victoria, and she's wearing some of it. But look, there's a collar it's Irish lace, which is really special. There's reusable face scrubbies pattern, a button-up crochet cowl. some fingerless gloves, and oh, how to block. So this is a really pretty granny square, very fashionable shirt. I don't know what else to say, sweater maybe, but and it tells you about blocking techniques for wearables. And then oh, there's a little a word scramble where you have to figure that one out. I figured out all of them but two. I'm gonna have to really study those two words. I'm really good at descrambling, but those two words got me so far. Oh, and then these. See, my mom lives in Michigan. For those of you all that know, I spent most of my life in Indiana, but I lived in Michigan from when I was 12 to when I was 19, and they have tulip time up there, and then there's these really cool tulip flowers that look pretty easy to make, and it's really adorable, and I'm totally going to make me some tulips. But it shows how to do it all. It has little pictures on how you sew it up at the end. And there's this really cute Tessie the Tulip card that you can give your tulip with it. And I can't. It's hard for me to read. If you were a flower, I'd pick you, I think is what it says. But it's so hard for me to see that I can't. I need to get out my magnifying glasses. It's not that it's small, it's my eyes are bad. The letters are pretty big on here. It's pretty easy for me to read. I love it, but this advertisement's a little bit smaller, so I might need my readers to help read that. But this is a beginner pattern. That's what I really like. So there's 8 must-try patterns in here, and I am going to try some of them, especially the tulip. And you can get with the tulip, you can get the card to send. So if you make the tulips, then you can get the print out the card and you send it, and it's really neat. Or I think they give you the card in this case. But anyway, and they have QR codes all over in the magazine, so you can get whatever information you need with the QR code. But I really like the textile feel of having the newspaper. Like I said, when I opened it, the smell of the newspaper brought me back so many memories. I am not sponsored. I ordered this I had gotten, like I told you guys, I got some birthday money from my father-in-law and Sam from Memphis Makes. And thank you again, Sam. So some of the money I had left over for my birthday money, I got a whole year's. Well, I put the money in the bank, and then spent some of the money like on the blanket that I'm making. I got yarn for that, and a video game that I wanted, and then I put the rest of my money on I put it in the bank so I could pay for this whole year's subscription of Crochet Nation. And I'm really excited about it. I'm old school. If you know me, I like to read my books in book form, not on the internet, and I like things like newspapers and magazines, and like to be able to get this in the mail every month, and it is really cool. It's cool that it has the trivia and the word scrambles and the crosswords and just everything that's in it. You can tell I'm really excited. So I told my husband, I said, I will get that for a year with my birthday money. And I said, and I'll have to cancel it after a year unless you buy me another year. Which I hope that everybody loves them and they get on and they get their own subscription, and that they keep it going, because I think it's really cool. I think it's worth it. I mean, 8 patterns a month. I mean, they may not put 8 patterns in there a month. Even if it was just 1 pattern a month, that's 12 patterns in a year that you didn't have to pay for. And you get all this cool stuff to go with it. Think about the spies that knitted and crocheted their troops locations and stuff into their knitting, and the bad guys just thought that it was they were just knitting. They're just women. And or men, if men were doing it, and they're no harm, and they were passing on information. I love that stuff. I love spies. I love mysteries. Love all that. So one last thing. I wanted to show you a little bit of progress. So it's 3503. If anybody wants to see the progress on my cherry blossom blanket with the red heart all-in-one flower power yarn, tell them 3503 is the number they need to go to in in the comments. But anyway, it's from this Red Heart Super Saver. It's the cherry blossom yarn, and there is 12, they say, squares in here. Well, really, there's almost 13, because there was enough in the last one. Let me get it out. Oh, if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. There was enough in the last one to almost get a 13th square. It was just the end, and this is the edge piece, but I only got that much edge. So there's always yarn left over, so I'm going to try out of each one, because I got 6 big things. Each one has a little bit of yarn left over that I've been sewing the squares on, and I'm going to try to use the leftover yarn to finish the extra little squares, so then you'll have 13. And if not, I can get some of the same color white and finish it. So really you're getting 13, but I got 12, and so far this is how it's gone. It's going to be so cute. I am falling more in love with this yarn every day. I'm sewing it where the V-stitches are making a ridge. I'm sewing both the edge of the granny square. See where it's hard to see, but there's V-stitches on the edge. I'm sewing them where they face up to make these ridges on the blanket, and it's just looks so antique-y and like grandmother's quilt on the bed, but it's yarn instead of quilt material. But I'm just falling in love with it so much. I'm having such a fun time doing it. I crochet a square, and then I sew it on, and then I've been sewing on as I go. It's not stressing me out at all, because I just pick it up whenever I want to do something. I just make another square. A square takes maybe an hour. It depends on how fast I'm crocheting at the moment. You know, my hands, they hurt because of the rheumatoid arthritis, and I'm just going at my own pace. So sometimes maybe it'll take 15 or 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes me an hour, especially if I get distracted, because I watch my murder mysteries while I'm crocheting. I'm rewatching Castle. It's a cop show, and also Grimm, because I really like Grimm. But anyway, and then I got it in that whisk, whichever, everybody knows. Everybody got bags, and they were showing them off on their channels, and I got this one because it reminds me of Kage, and it's so cute. And it's my crochet bag for my cherry blossom blanket. I finished the bunny, and that went to my little cousin Livy. If you guys haven't seen it, I have a short, and it's my amigurumi bunny, and I call her Sakura, which means cherry blossom, and in Japanese, and they loved it, and I'm just really happy about that. They loved the clothes that Sarah and Nicole made. Thank you, Sarah. You just really made their day, and they love the bonnet and the hat that I made, and the blanket and the bunny, and so it really worked out well. And I'm sure I'm going to be making some more baby things before it's all said and done. But I've had a really good couple of months, first couple of months of this year. And as you guys know, last year and the year before, I just had terrible things happen, and was struggling. And it just seems like this year I'm just floating on a cloud. And I swear I don't take medicine. Although there's nothing wrong with taking medicine, but I'm just living high on life at the moment, and I'm pretty excited. So hopefully we ride this wave all through this year. I hope, but you know how things go. But anyway, I just want to say I love you all. It's been like 40 minutes and I'm going to get off here. I hope you guys are being little joy bombs in your corner of the world, sharing your craft, sharing your passion, sharing your joy. I hope you all get a Crochet Nation paper subscription. But if you don't, I'll be showing mine once a month, just to show you what's in it. So if you can't get it, you can at least see what came in the subscription every month. And just hope that you guys are, if you're not able to share your craft or your passion or your joy or whatever you make, share with the neighbors or whatever, at the very least, while you're out running your errands or doing the things you need to do, if you walk past someone, make sure to give them your best smile, because you don't know what that person's been through. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and people are sad. And but maybe when they come across you and your beautiful smile, that it just be's the thing that turns their day around and brightens their day. I know it can happen. It has happened to me. I've had people tell me that they've experienced it, so I know it's true. And hope you guys are doing that, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.